Earlier this month, I went to Osaka to go to the Transformers 40th anniversary exhibition event, Our Origin. And it was really fun. Check out my video on that for my experience there. But what I didn't tell you was that the real reason I went was so that I could buy a stupid exclusive toy there and flex on everybody on the internet that I have the shiny Japan exclusive toy and you don't. So, take that, idiot!
I almost missed my rent payment because of this fucker.
This is the Our Origin event exclusive Transformers Studio Series EX Core Class Bumblebee Yellow Clear version. Some people like to call him Sex Bumblebee because sex, but I like to call him PP Bumblebee because he looks like PP. First, let's check the packaging of this box because it is different. Here we see Bumblebee, but gray, completely false advertising. This looks nothing like how the toy looks. This is also his Revenge of the Fallen design and not his Dark of the Moon design, but don't ask me what the difference is. What am I? Obsessed with Transformers?
Shut up!
In all seriousness, this is in line with another sex figure, Bumblebee movie Nemesis Prime, that I missed out on, damn it! And this tiny, dinky, stupid-ass little gremlin is actually a one-for-one copy of Studio Series Core Class Laserbeak? What? Yeah, I just found this out. Bumblebee was created after. So this Bumblebee is that Bumblebee, with the gray plastic being identical, but all the shitty yellow plastic is replaced with this awesome, shiny, PP-colored plastic. And you know what? For a little shrimp of a guy, he actually kind of looks cool. Taking the defining factor of him, the clear plastic looks spectacular. We all love light piping on a Transformer. I mean, come on, light piping's gotta be one of the best things ever next to Zelda and Metroid. So now imagine, if you will, a Transformer where their entire body is light piping. That's PP Bumblebee. It's so cool how you can simultaneously see the outer detail and then see through him to see the inner workings of the plastic. These clear parts give him a distinct color and shine, and if you grab him and hold him to the light, you can harness the power of the Chaos Emeralds as he turns into a new shade of yellow and into Super Bumblebee. I'm surprised at how good the paint over the clear plastic looks. The car bumper titties has the grille and lights and the Chevy logo all painted. Then we got black for his stripes and windows that look really clean. The head is probably the biggest surprise to me simply because of how good it looks despite its size. He's rocking the battle mask, so he's got his eye protectors painted, but the real hero is the Autobot insignia. This is the tiniest yet cleanest insignia and placement I have ever seen in my life. Now, as a severely downsized Bumblebee, I actually think they did a pretty good job with his look. Proportionally, he looks decent. His arms may be a little low and his waist is super snatched, but his legs look thick and strong. And he's got his iconic door wings. You can't have Bumblebee without his iconic door wings. Only thing I'd really dock from the look is the hood behind his head, which is a part of his backpack, so never mind, I'm gonna call it the whole backpack. This whole thing gets in the way. And it's fidgety. So is his chest, it doesn't really peg in anywhere. But I mean, he's a neat little bee. Dinky, but decent. He's honestly only elevated because the dude literally shines wherever he goes. Too bad it's a core class though, so they didn't have the budget to pack in an accessory. Oh, hey, they did. A tiny bee gets a tiny stinger. The sculpt's good, and I really like the shiny paint on it. But too bad this guy's budget doesn't allow his hand to morph into it like the movie. So instead you gotta have him hold it. Oh, this is adorable. Look at him trying to look threatening. Now apparently this blaster is Blast Effect compatible, though I don't have anything to test it with. But what it does have is this tiny clear plastic knob here, exclusive to this version by the way, that you can stick into his back for storage. What a guy. 10 out of 10. That's probably it though. But wait, he could do this. Well, I actually don't like this. Aside from the other QC issues, the big thing for me is that the head's ball joint is super loose. He's like a baby. His head falls down super easily. I don't know if it's a mold issue or a this version's issue. Hopefully it's only a me issue, but this gets annoying. And it's not even a clear ball joint issue because his arms are a-okay. I guess this is what I get for bragging to you guys, so I'm sorry. Nah, I'm not sorry. Armor's on a ball joint so you can spin and move out this far, and then the elbow's on another ball joint so you can do this. And guess what? You're not gonna believe this. The legs on a ball joint. So it can do a high kick and a nice splits. No backwards moving though because of the back flap. Then you got a super tight knee bend, not quite 90 degrees, and a foot bend. I wish there was some sort of angle tilt, even if they were sculpted at a bend, but it's still serviceable. I gotta keep my expectations low. He's not capable of crazy shit. Standing is all he can do, but PP Bumblebee can totally stay on his own. But with his dad, this is like accurate G1 scaling right here. Damn, he's tiny. And just when you think that, PP Bumblebee surprises you again and somehow transforms into the famous concept Camaro. Just a tiny Camaro Mode. And you know what? I don't know if I rock with the clear yellow for the car. I do gotta give props for how proper it looks given how small it is. They even got the stripes down too. Really neat little car. But the clear plastic. I don't know if it's because it just looks way better in robot mode or just because when you try to go Super Bumblebee with him, there's so much robot parts contained within the car that the light piping effect isn't as potent. Who am I kidding though? It still looks cool. The car parts really come into play to make the Camaro. It's a good representation of the Dark of the Moon version, and the shiny gunmetal gray on the wheels is a nice touch. Except I didn't paint the spoiler. And there's absolutely no detail on his ass, not even painted taillights, which I think was a huge missed opportunity. It's even like this on the normal version of this guy. And there are these huge gaps on the hood for some reason. Seriously, why are they even here? Suffice to say, it's stupid, and it especially makes the car look stupid. The Chief Wiki said that this mold is likely heavily based on the Studio Series Deluxe class Dark of the Moon Bumblebee because it features 2 gaps near this gap that the Deluxe figure also had, but these are now useless in this figure, so why didn't they patch it up? What the hell, guys? But this gap is for weapon storage. You can actually mount the blaster on top of the car. That's pretty fun, I guess, but rolling him isn't too fun. And also, maybe this is an issue on the clear version, but the doors don't tab in all the way, and I'm too scared to force it in because I hear that clear plastic is fragile. So I just spent so much time talking shit to this tiny ass Transformers guy. But when you realize that you've spent all this time shitting on a tiny little guy who's just doing his best and trying to exist, you think to yourself, damn, at least I didn't spend over 10 minutes reviewing a core class figure. I think core classes are a neat concept. It allows Hashtag to make figures of tiny characters like Spike, but it also allows them to make mini versions of popular characters like Bumblebee. That was great for people who are on a budget. Personally, I don't rock with core class because I would much rather have a properly sized and engineered figure. And that's how I feel about PP Bumblebee. He's cool, but I would much rather have a clear yellow version of the deluxe Dark of the Moon Bumblebee. I was actually a little disappointed that the event exclusive figure was a core class figure. But it's still an exclusive, so I gotta flex it. Because he's exclusive, I like core class PP Bumblebee, and he literally shines in my collection, so that's a plus. Even though he's more of like a neat little gift to give to someone you have a crush on. So, I'm proud to flex that in addition to having this exclusive figure, that I am the only person in the world who can say that I gave sex to Diamondbolt.